Have you ever had a student come to you really excited to start training only to get cold feet because they feel like they were writing a blank check? That is exactly what used to happen in my school, and if you're still billing hourly, it's probably happening in yours too. Hourly pricing feels safe for us, but it creates uncertainty for them, for our students, because every lesson ends with a bill. Every week it feels like a guess. How much am I going to pay? Is it 1.2 or 1.5 or 2.2 or 2.8? It forces every student to make a purchasing decision at the end of every flight hour. They walk in excited from their flight. Someone hands them a credit card machine and says, okay, run your credit card. And then they think to themselves on the walk back out to the car park, I've got a flight lesson scheduled next week. Can I really afford to spend $350 next week? I might have to wait for another couple of weeks. Kills momentum, slows your cash flow. But what if you flip the script? What if you sold the result, not the hour? That's what I'm going to show you today. And I'll prove how it can take your effective hourly rate from where it is now to over $750 per hour without flying a single extra hour. It's like magic. Let me tell you about Roxanne. She flew all the way from Hong Kong to get her instrument rating. Her parents had plenty of money, but what they didn't have was trust in the process. When I told them it might take 20 hours in the sim, or maybe 25, plus 20 hours, or maybe 25 in the airplane, they looked at me like I was asking them to hand me a blank check. So we did something different. I talked to Roxanne about what do your parents need? They need some certainty, she says. So we gave them one number, $10,000 up front. We tracked her hours internally, and we knew that if she went over, we'd let her parents know, and we'd add flights at $450 per hour dual. That's in a Baron. Now the parents had no surprises, no uncertainty. They paid the 10 grand before she ever climbed into the sim. We had the cash in the bank. She had the clarity, a set plan, an end date, and now zero hesitation. That is the power of selling the result. Now let's talk numbers. Imagine you had 10 new beginners starting this month, starting out cold, starting their PPL from scratch. Under the hourly model, you charge $220 an hour. If the average solo takes 15 hours, that's about $3,300 in revenue per student. $33,000 total if everyone stays on track. But we run airplanes. Weather, people, life. 1 in 3 lessons cancels. Cash dribbles in, and after the first month, you've probably flown 80 hours maybe, and collected about $17,500. Let's contrast that with the package model. Same 10 students. You sell a street-to-seat package at $3 grand. They each pay a $1,000 deposit online, and the balance before flight number 1. You collect 30 grand in the first 2 weeks. You fly the same 80 hours, but your effective hourly cash is no longer $220. It's $750. I know. Same flying, same instructors, just better cash timing and better framing. And the $750 isn't profit per hour. That's the old way of thinking about things. It's cash in your account per Hobbs hour flown that month. And that's what boosts your margin and keeps you from sweating on weather delays or maintenance downtime or slow paying students. Here's why this works. Number 1, packages lock in dates, they lock in cash, and they help students keep momentum. Students stop thinking about the money. They stop having to make a purchase decision every lesson and start thinking about their next milestone. You eliminate accounts receivable. They're paying up front. And you know what your schedule, and they know what their schedule is going to look like weeks in advance. And by the way, now you know what your bank account's going to look like weeks in advance. And this isn't theory. I've seen schools go from unpredictable cash flow to an extra $50,000 or $60,000 a month without adding any aircraft or CFIs, just by changing how they sell. Here's how you can get started with package pricing today. Step number 1, build a simple package like street to seat, 0 experience to first solo in 30 days. Step number 2, add some bonuses and some guarantees to raise trust and increase your conversion rate. Add some guarantees in there, like I did with Roxanne's package. I said, if you overfly, we'll do a discount for you. Let's say they overfly. We do 210 instead of 220. They feel like they're getting value. And they know that they're an above average student. Every student thinks they're above average, right? That means that they're never going to overfly, no way. And if they do, it's under their control. And as a guarantee, you might be feeling really generous. You say, okay, you pay for the airplane, we'll give you the instructor for free to help you make your first solo. Step number 3, cap the number of seats weekly and pre-schedule every lesson all the way to their end date to protect quality and give them some certainty on an end date. Step number 4, take a deposit online and collect the balance before flight number 1, at which point you will schedule all of their lessons in advance, giving them that end date. And step number 5, upgrade your current students at milestones. Every time they get close to a milestone, a couple hours before their check ride, a couple hours before their first solo, upsell them into the next package. This is the blueprint. There's no more guesswork for your students and no more chasing invoices for you. If you want my exact templates, grab the Profit Multiplier Playbook down below. It's everything you need to start selling packages, pricing for results, and earning $7.50 an hour without flying more hours. The link's in the description or it's in my bio. Hourly billing is a race to the bottom. Packages are how you win. Start today and watch your school transform.